People built the pyramids.
Wow.
No people? Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. Yes, thousands of years worth of people were there. That doesn't have anything to do with the building of it.
Who do you think built it?
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. We're back, y'all. Back with another reaction. We got a good one today. I ain't gonna sit here and talk your guys' ears off. It's been a long day, long night, long day. Going through the mental thing, you know what I'm saying? That's just part of the grind, y'all. Part of the grind, but you know what it does? It doesn't bring me down. It motivates us, right? It makes us better. It makes us do better, so we don't got to go through what we went through. You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all, I ain't gonna talk your guys' ears off. Enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction.
It's not fair. If you work a job, you should be able to own a house and a car and be able to take your family vacation twice a year and maybe to dinner once a month out. It should never be, the standard for living should not be under that.
It really shouldn't, right? Like, you're working 40 hours a week. You should be able to afford some good food, groceries, gas, nice vacation, nothing crazy, right? Not a European trip, just a nice vacation to the beach that's 4 hours away, right? You should be able to afford that. And unfortunately, we can't, right? We can't.
You can actually see the sun peeking up through the, I don't know if you can see it there. There it is. You can see it coming up through the trees. That sun has always rose from over there. My whole life, that sun has risen from over there. My family's had this property since I was a kid. I've watched the sun rise over those trees and right through that little break right there since I was young. How the hell did it get over there?
Of reports of several species that are here and have bases here. There's one species that looks something like a praying mantis. And then the short grays are the ones that you see in the cartoons. The tall grays look much different. They look more like humans. The Nordic blondes, for example, are so similar to humans that they can walk down the street and not be detected. There had, in fact, been face-to-face meetings between United States officials and extraterrestrials from other star systems. I decided to go public and say, for the first time, of anyone of cabinet rank from the G8 group of countries, that UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying over your head, and started back engineering and spending a lot of money on it soon after the crashes.
You suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any?
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Did you guys watch that? Did you guys watch that interview? I didn't watch it live, but I watched it the next day. There's a whole bunch of the reason why it was these 4 years was because of Trump. There was a whole bunch of, I said one thing in 2019 and then I said something different in 2020. So forget about what I said in 2019, right? A whole lot of that.
That video of the Grim Reaper in El Salvador?
No, I saw that one at the funeral or the wedding or whatever.
The coronation?
Yeah, coronation for the king.
Funeral or the wedding.
It's on video, looking out over a bridge, and this car got in a wreck, went off the side of the bridge. That person unfortunately died.
Oh no.
But right after they went off, the semi-truck drove past, and on top of the semi-truck, not even kidding you, a man in a dark cloak is just like looking down at where the car crashed.
What in the world, dude? That's so unnormal.
Could it be AI?
No, that's a legit person walking on top of the truck.
I think that's the delivery truck for Spirit Halloween.
Isn't that freaky though?
Yeah,
Scary.
that's terrifying, dude. That's so scary. Could you imagine
Yo, even if it's not the Grim Reaper, what dude's standing on top of a semi-truck going down the highway with a black coat on?
Yeah, you don't want to believe.
I can't discern. I'll show Josh a picture and he's like, that's AI.
This is literally,
no idea.
That's definitely not AI.
We've seen evidence of this. This is the whole like truck dent and when she ran into your truck. Like that, the whole thing. It's AI, it's unreal. That whole thing. It's literally, that's our MO now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep putting those clips in these videos. They're so corny and so cheesy. But anyways, a little story about, you know, not going to say the Grim Reaper, but I remember I had a cousin that passed away in a car accident a long time ago. He was young, and literally probably a street down from the church we all went to, he went to religiously, right? And the lady that he crashed into said she saw hands come out of that church. Now she was saying, I think it, you know, at her, it could have been, right? Not saying it's not, but her dad had passed away and she felt like it was her dad coming out. But that's pretty crazy. You know, the church he went to his whole life, and you know, she saw hands come out of that church, and you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020 that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
In 2019, I believe, in a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes. So it changed in that campaign?
You see
a whole lot of that.
The U.S. government just released, apparently by accident, the Project Aqua stuff. Did you see this?
No. What's that?
This is crazy.
Yeah, I guess we're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
No. You can. This is just someone just sent me this. This is
Project Aqua.
Yeah. Hold on. They just released, I think, by accident.
How does that happen?
It's Kona Blue. You familiar with this?
No.
Kona Blue is it was a program that, I'm going to send this to Homeland Security, just released this.
Send it to me, I'll send it to Jamie.
And, no, I got it right here. I'll just, I don't do email or what, I don't know how to airdrop anything.
You don't do email?
No. I barely learned how to
I haven't
email.
done email in many years.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you exist?
I do text.
Wow. Just text?
Yeah, I don't do email.
This tarantula is the victim of...
Well, I guess we're never going to find about Aqua Blue. I thought that was the clip that was going to break it down. Next video, part 2, all right?
The deadly parasitic fungus, cordyceps. As seen in The Last of Us, the parasitic pathogen takes over the animal's
Classic
body
show.
and controls
Never
it in
played
order
the
to
game.
spread its deadly spores. After it kills the host, it erupts out of its body, infecting more. Fortunately, humans are too warm-blooded to be infected, so a zombie apocalypse is unlikely for the moment.
If you're wondering how it's going to go down, if this thing escalates, here's what we're going to do. In the U.S., we have 3 grids. All 3 grids are fucked, right? The East and the West and the Texas grids are all cobbled together over the years. It's like a patchwork quilt. They certainly were never designed to withstand a cyber attack.
There was some sort of a warning about the power going out, right?
Yeah. Power grid shut down. What happens? You can't transport shit, right? You can't get cash. Fuel doesn't get to the gas stations. Food doesn't get to the stores. Depending on the time of year, heat issues, obviously, water supplies. Think about that lasting for 8, 10, 12 weeks around the country.
One spaceship.
Yeah?
Little ones around.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see your drawing. One big
One big ship and then small ones surrounding it with there were lights.
Yeah.
Surrounding the ship. We were playing down over there on the log.
Yeah.
And then we saw something shiny, so we all ran down over there.
And it was in the early morning?
It was at break time.
Yeah.
And then we saw something shiny. And we saw two people. They were in tight black suit. And they had big eyes. And we didn't actually see their nose. It was quite small. And their mouth was quite small as well. One of them was running in slow motion up across the ship.
Yeah, you made the drawing, huh? It looked like this?
No, something like that. I couldn't see the eyes or the nose or the mouth. It was just blank, like a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
No people built the pyramid.
Wow.
No people? Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. Yes, thousands of years worth of people were there. That doesn't have anything to do with the building of it.
Who do you think built it?
If you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth. And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing.
the Egyptian god Thoth, appeared in Greco-Roman Egypt. Those texts, known as the Hermetica, are a heterogeneous collection of works that in the modern day era are commonly subdivided into two groups: the technical Hermetica, comprising of astrological, medico-botanical, alchemical, and magical writings, and the religio-philosophical Hermetica, comprising of mystical philosophical writings. Holy so this dude was probably an alien.
He literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is. Even if you could do it, let me ask you this. Would you build it on sand?
True, right? Good point.
Yo, listen to this. Tim Walls admits he lied. Country is just starting to get to know you. I want to ask you a question about how you've described your service in the National Guard. You said that you carried weapons in war, but you have never deployed actually in a war zone. A campaign official said that you misspoke. Did you?
Well, first of all, I'm incredibly proud. I've done 24 years of wearing the uniform of this country. Equally proud of my service in a public school classroom, whether it's Congress or the governor. My record speaks for itself, but I think people are coming to get to know me. I speak like they do. I speak candidly. I wear my emotions on my sleeves, and I speak especially passionately about our children being shot in schools and around guns. So I think people know me. They know who I am. They know where my heart is. And again, my record has been out there for over 40 years to speak for itself.
And the idea that you said that you were in war, did you misspeak as the campaign has said?
Yeah, I said we were talking about, in this case, this was after a school shooting, the ideas of carrying these weapons of war. And my wife, the English teacher, told my grammar is not always correct. But again, if it's not this, it's an attack on my children for showing love for me, or it's an attack on my dog.
That was interesting. They didn't look good, y'all. They didn't, in my opinion, right? It didn't look good. It didn't win no new voters, I don't think.
Got the craziest thing to show y'all. Sorry the video's small, I'll blow it up for you. Basically, people are saying that this is a UFO abducting a human. That's not what I've seen. We're about to break it down because it gets crazy. But you can see the person literally going up what appears to be a tornado. Yeah, that should be hitting you in your brain right now. In a tornado. Look at this. Somebody going up through a funnel of wind, a tornado, into what appears a great light. And I know there's many people with a hardened heart who refuse to believe that these things are real, but they're very real and it's not AI. Now this right here is going to absolutely blow your mind. Who do you know who has used a whirlwind, a vortex of wind? God? In the Bible? Look at this great light. I wonder what that is. Do you remember when Elijah was caught up to heaven by the whirlwind? You remember? He's not the only person who encountered a whirlwind. In the book of Job, when God came to chastise, rebuke, and correct Job, he came in a whirlwind. So when I saw a whirlwind and a person going up the funnel to a great light, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Y'all can have a heart of disbelief all you want to. Our God's the same yesterday, tomorrow, and today, and the things that happened a long time ago will happen again today. Insane.
So I went to Sprouts today to pick up some organic produce, and I noticed a lot of the produce was wet. They have the little misters up at the top of the refrigerator case that sprays them down, and you would think it's just water they're spraying on the vegetables. But I looked up right above the produce section and I noticed this bottle that was hooked into the sprayer. And if you zoom in on it, it says Produce Max, made by ChemStar. And it even has a warning sign on it, first aid, warning if it makes contact with your skin. So I don't really know how good this stuff is, how healthy it is, and why are they spraying this on our organic produce? That's a shame, Sprouts.
Here's your eggs from Taco Bell.
The biggest hack that CIA gave me for memory was understanding short-term memory and long-term memory. And understanding that short-term memory really is short. It's like 7 to 15 seconds, and that's it. If you want to intentionally remember that detail, you need to take very systematic steps to move it from short-term memory into long-term memory. And the way that you do that is through basic repetition. When you meet someone new and you're like, "Hi, I'm Andy," and they say, "Hi, I'm Bill." Up until CIA, I always forgot people's names.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now I know. I've got to remind myself of Bill's name. So in my head, I have to tell myself, I'm listening to Bill talk right now. I speak out. I try to practice saying his name. Bill, let me ask you a question. Because every time I say his name, I'm working it into my long-term memory. I mentioned this example probably about 45 seconds ago. And I bet right now, everybody listening still remembers the name.
Bill.
Bill Armstrong.
You ain't lying, right? Bill. Bill's in my mind forever, but I always have a hard time remembering when they tell me the name the first time. When I get it the second time, it's there, right? But the first time, I always like meet a neighbor, like, "Hey, how's it going?" Boom, forgot his name already. Damn, my mind was over here trying to pay attention to what he's asking or whatever. Get the name the second time, stuck there for life.
He's looking down. He says, "Look at those concave structures down there. I bet the people down there never get out." That's on the black box audio from Apollo 11. He wasn't joking. And so, what people? What is he talking about? And why would he say that form of a dome, that form of a structure will make a dome, not a crater? So he's using code to say there's a dome down there and there's people inside of it. When they got Apollo 10, when they got to the back side of the moon, the dark side, comms, you're out of reach of comms now because the moon is blocking you from Earth. Well, something hacked into their comms and started playing this weird music in their comms from that side of the moon. This weird whistling musical note sound thing, and they all freaked out. And that's on the black box foyer as well.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a recording from the dark side of the moon.
That's right.
That was not planned by NASA or them.
That's correct. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were like, "Who? Do you hear it? Do you hear that? Yeah, I hear it too. I hear it. I hear it. What is that? What is that?" They were freaking out like crazy. Their comms got hacked on the dark side of the moon.
Couldn't we see the debris with like telescopes, like hobby telescopes?
Yeah, you have a Celestron 130, which is what I do, a Celestron 130. You can see stuff on the moon. If you know where to look, which basins to look into, you can see.
So this is Table Mountain, Wednesday the 28th of August at about 8 o'clock on the dot, and it's snowing. Very, very cool. Look at that.
These adults, they weren't kids. He said, but they had backpacks on, Mom, and they tried to get on our bus. He said, and there was a lot of them.
The district confirmed 20 migrants tried to board the bus Wednesday morning. That's when parents and the driver stepped in, keeping the migrants at bay.
It was definitely really scary.
Remember, I had told you guys my girlfriend works for the immigration court, right? She helps out the judge. And it made local news. I don't know if it made national news, but she was going to do a case for a Venezuelan, right? And he didn't show up. Well, he ended up confessing to a murder of somebody, right? And I guess they arrested him or shipped him back. I don't know. But I was telling her, like, how many of those people got through, right? We see what's happening in Colorado. Like, that was right here down the street. She was going to come face to face with this dude and get his information and all that. Like, who knows what they're doing? It's crazy out there, y'all. And if they get another 4 years, what makes you think they're going to change it, right? They did that for 4 years. Why ain't they going to do it for another 4 years?
People have gone on a 40-day fast and cured their cancer. Body was never designed to eat 3 meals a day, every day. We were hunter-gatherers. We would find food, we'd eat it, we'd go without food till we found more. But we eat food all the time. We weren't designed to do that. And so you need to give the digestive system a rest. It's very, very active. You're putting a lot of wear and tear on the digestive system. You need to allow it to rest and repair. I recommend fasting on a regular basis. As I say, I do it 1 day a week and then 7 to 10 days once a year.
So in Minnesota, before the sky turned blood orange or blood red, everyone was experiencing a green sky. This guy said everywhere in the sky was green at first, and then it turned an orange-pink color. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that crazy, crazy orange red color over there. Look at that, y'all. Look at the clouds. Why did it look so digitized, huh? Look at that. Here go a little video. And then from the green skies to heavy rain, windstorm, a lot of plasma going on in the atmosphere. Look at that. Look at this, y'all. That shit crazy. Imagine driving through this and not knowing what is going on in the world. But you already know, like, there will be signs in the heavens.
All right, he's reaching a little bit, right? He's reaching a little bit. That's just a nice sunset. I'm used to that from Arizona, right? It's been a while since I've seen it. It's probably about the fourth time I said Arizona's sunsets outweigh Texas sunsets. But that looks like a normal rainy day type of sunset to me. This guy's reaching.
Look at this. And then this how it looked when everything subsided, y'all. Check it out. Y'all see that? It's like this is literally the war of the worlds. You got one dark entity on this side and you have this. Look at that. It's like the whole colors are different. Look how bright. See, that plasma's not even making it through, y'all. Look at that. Look at the difference. Y'all see how much that color just jumped?
The streets are wet.
And look at that. Y'all see that? The different layers. There's so many layers in the sky. Y'all do remember last week, this was in Minnesota where that plasma was hitting for over 2 hours straight. This is what they experience. Look at that. So name
of a restaurant in Chinese. It might not work. Is the army turning this thing into a migrant shelter? Why are you guys here? It's a hotel. Why is the army at this hotel?
We're here at the request of the state of New York.
The state of New York has put the army into hotels? What the hell is that about? This is a public hotel, right? What is the army doing in this hotel? Have you guys taken over this hotel? What is?
So you can't record.
What the fuck is the army doing taking over civilian hotels in the middle of New York City? I can't record. So this is what I'm talking about, people. Do you think those guys are there to help you or me? What is going on?
2014, where they found out that scientists were finding out that there was an entire ocean underneath the ocean, right? So now this is like, you're completely mind-blowing because you're going, okay, there's water underwater. Okay, so then how much water is there, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't think we're running out. Now, we could be looking like that on the surface, and that's that like bait and switch tactic that they can use. But in reality, there is plenty of it. And for example, me and you could go hiking and I could show you water coming out of the mountain all the time. It's always there. It's always present. But if you're seeing something on, the media that's showing you something different, then you get a different, mentality ingrained into your head. And then you're freaking out and then you start to panic and you don't use logic. And then you start getting scared instead of realizing, well, if we're not running out, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. So it's just these different things, and that's why I say it's deliberate manipulation.
Look at when you fold an airplane, a paper plane with your money, and you go from the $1 bill to the $100 bill, okay? And listen to me when I say this, okay? I just showed you the beginning of this video on Google that they redesigned the money in 1996. They started with the $100 bill, and then they moved on to the 50, and then the 20, and then the 10. And it goes 1996, 1997, 1998, and then in 2000 they were done with the redesign. Folks, this is undisputable. They executed a plan that was already planned. Okay, here's the 1 to the 5. The towers are hit. The buildings are falling. The buildings are gone. And all there's left is smoke.
Three River Stadium in 1970.
I mean, they put it in plain sight, right? That's crazy. Crazy.
99. The Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys were lining up on the field for a play when something in the sky caught the attention of the players, the fans, and the people in the broadcast booth. What seemed to catch everyone off guard that day was a pair of tandem rotating UFOs. This is the actual broadcast footage from that day.
Tin Can Alley is safe because
it only shoot your leader? I want you to explain that to me, Dr. Spock. I'm afraid to. This is sort of a Twilight Zone football game we're having. Those were some kind of, I don't know what they were. Pittsburgh? I don't know either. This is where the rivers come together, but I didn't know about that.
As the game would continue, the broadcasters, while trying to remain professional, would remain enamored with what they had just witnessed above the stadium. Ultimately, the UFOs would reappear, and the cameras would pull away from the game once more to try to figure out what exactly was drawing all this attention in the sky that day.
You did, yeah. You offered me the job. I don't know why yet. I can't figure out why you didn't take it. I've forgotten how many played by that time. Long count. Ball start 68. What are those things flying around up there? Oh, they're just some kind of a illusion.
Never heard of this.
I hope we get another look at them. If you ever do get a coaching job, though, I'd like to be hired just to bed check and do things that are important around the training facility. You'd be my first employee. There it is. Now, what is that? It keeps saying, take us to your leader. I don't know what. There it is.
That's something up there, y'all.
Now, what is that?
I've never heard of this.
It keeps saying, take us to your leader. I don't know what.
Whatever we see comes from the sun. Everything. The sun is the creator, not the prime creator, like a carpenter. He gets bricks and wood and makes a house. He can't say he made the bricks and the wood, but he can say that he created and built the house. But he's not the creator. He's a builder. The builder is the sun. But the true prime creator is the original light in the dome of heaven, above the abdomen where we live. We live in the heart of the God system. Heart is an anagram for earth. We live in the heart of God. When people meet you and they've got a radiating heart, it's radiating horizontally. That's what it's doing. It's radiating in every direction, but it is a plane horizontally. And then you have a vertical ecliptic going through you as well. And all the zodiac signs go through your body. Aries is the cerebrum, Taurus is the cerebellum, the motor nerves, Aries are the sensory nerves. Gemini are the twins, there's your twins, twin lungs. Cancer is the chest, Leo is the heart, Virgo is the belly, Scorpio is the generative system, ovaries and testes, Sagittarius is the hips, Capricorn's the knees, Aquarius is the shins, and the 2 feet are the 2 fish of Pisces. Your body is an ideal blueprint from the transcendence which comes out in atoms, redshift, blueshift, and manifests in this plane called the Earth, which is a theater. It's so simple.
All right, family, there you have today's reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Didn't talk too much, right? I'm not in the best of mindsets today, y'all, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. Make sure you guys leave some love, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. It felt good to come back. I took the day off yesterday. Feels good to be back for you guys on a nice Saturday. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a nice cloudy day out here. It rained last night. You know, hopefully we get a little rain today, but nonetheless, it's cloudy. It's feeling like fall. I decorated my front yard for fall, trimmed up my tree this morning, trimmed up my sweet potato vines. Posted it on my Instagram story if you guys want to check that out. Links down below. Rumble's down below. Second YouTube channel, Instagram, emails down below. You guys ever want to say what's up? Ever going through something hard? Shoot me a DM. I'll respond. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Later.